to a special Friday edition of Black Friday edition, rather. Good morning, Tone Town. I'm your co-host, Alex.
I'm your other co-host, hopefully, Tom Butwin.
Yeah,
If you can.
no, it's streaming. It's gone. We're good here,
All right.
and we're gonna make it a brisk one because it's a little cold outside. That's where I get the best reception right now. Oh wait, you got to hit the A chord. A
Oh,
chord,
here we
Tom,
go.
please.
Capo.
Wow.
We're capo today.
What a sound. What a sound. Couple things I want to address.
Oh, all
All
right.
right. I had no idea. My first rant video was this week. You saw that, right, Tom?
Certainly did.
And I thought what I was saying was plainly obvious. And I'm just surprised at how many people, hi, Rocky, how many people saw things differently than me. And I lost, some subs, gained more than lost on that. But it was just surprising to me because I thought it was just so plainly obvious that guy who built a company is a good thing, and that's that.
What was the main point of contention for those who disagreed with you?
That those were good questions to ask, which I find.
John Cordy's part. So just to clarify, we're talking about the JHS John Nathan Cordy snafu.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I should catch people up to speed.
And your response to that, but then your response became unexpectedly controversial because basically,
yes, and I think, and I guess some people really thought that those questions that ought to be asked. That
and when you say what question, you're saying what John Nathan Cordy asked of Josh at JHS. That's what you're saying.
Yes, the question being, are we getting ripped off? And I never once thought, are these companies ripping us off of any industry? It's just either, do I want it or not? Is it worth my money or not? But not, is it ripping us off? I never ever thought that as a consumer. Like, I need to figure out if I'm getting ripped off. Like I'm some private investigator. It's just like it's just so I'm like that's not even a question that ever even occurs to me. Like, am I getting ripped off? Around every corner, every purchase I have, someone's out to get me. I've never even thought about that in life. Like the only place I really ever feel that is at some coffee shops where I'm like, I see what's happening here, and I'm getting ripped off on this coffee.
But even that, you're paying for maybe the exclusivity of a bean or a roast. You're paying for the environment. You're paying for that person who's making the coffee. Maybe it's like there's a reason behind the price, and if people are buying it, and it's
right.
priced
And yet I still buy it too. So it's like, what am I? I'm already in line to buy. So really, it's just I wish they smiled. If I'm paying $10 for a coffee, I'd love a smile.
That's
call me old fashioned.
I will agree with you on that. That's for sure. I have a parade of drinks. I've got water. I've got that'd be a fun bit. Every time I take a sip of something, it's in a different cup.
Yeah. Mod Scientist, happy Black Friday. Okay, the thing I really want to talk about is Black Friday deals. Okay, because I know it's silly, but there are some insane people are just giving stuff away right now.
All right. Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm purposely not looking because I feel like I'm gonna end up buying a bunch of stuff I don't need.
Oh, I can't afford anything like that right now. So like the things that I want are still expensive, but they're so discounted that I'm like, man, like should I throw that on a credit card?
Right. Just do it. Yeah. Let's see.
Oil up and hit the thug shake, please. Yeah, I think I'm a little old for that, but I appreciate the request. Timothy Rodriguez. McDonald's, hey, McDonald's black coffee. I love it because it's blazingly hot. It's a wonderful hot coffee.
The lawsuit waiting to happen. But you know what? Just a side note, coffee hack. Their Americano at McDonald's, ridiculously good.
Really?
Ridiculous. Oh yeah. It's like the Squire Classic Vibe series of coffees. It's amazing. It's like sleeper good. Yeah.
The classic vibe of coffees. Mod Scientist, ruff some feathers. John Cordy asks a lot of questions that no one is asking or that we need answers to.
As someone who has made a multitude of videos asking questions that don't need to be asked or making points that don't need to be made, I can tell you that's exactly what happened with him.
And I'm sympathetic to a certain degree where if you're uploading 2 videos a day, 3 videos a day, you're gonna step on a landmine here and there, which is why I don't upload that often. But moreover than that, and I'm not trying to hold myself like I'm Picasso here, but I do believe there's something called digital slop. And I think as someone who creates videos, or at least how I try to conduct myself is at least is there some kind of artistic thing happening here? Am I at least bringing some kind of visual beauty or audio beauty to the world in this video? Like, I don't want to add because I just imagine like a landfill filled with iPhones when I make a video. I'm like, is that where my video is going to end up in this like theoretical or like some like lithium mine in Central Africa? Like, am I helping or am I not?
I agree with that because there have been times where I'm like, we need to put a moratorium on content and music. 10 years, nobody makes anything. That's it. We're done.
Just so I
We're
can
done.
catch up. Yeah.
You exist with what we have. That's it. Go back and watch a Rick Beato video, whatever. We're done, and then we'll restart later. Just like a little bit of a purge, you know. Just take a break because you're right. It's just it's so easy to throw something out there, and just have it not be worth much, you know.
No, and
No,
also
something.
like so he's at like 100 and something thousand. So I'd figure at that point, I'm like, okay, you can probably let off the gas for a little bit. You can probably fandangle that into a long-term financial like is his goal 500,000? Because like at 100K you have and for those of you who don't have YouTube channels, at 100K doors open up for you all day long. You can knock on any brand's door, any marketing agency's door and demand things. And they won't laugh. They'll say, "Yes, that's great." 100K
Yeah.
is so much power in the industry.
Yep.
So like to me, I'm like, well, you don't have to have this much unless his goal is 500K. So
Yeah, but arguably, I mean, this is not a John Nathan Cordy critique session, but arguably, you know, the daily upload thing. I don't know that it's going to get him there. You know, I mean, I don't. I mean, who knows? What? Was it love at first night? Yeah, it was. It was the. It was. It was. Well, it was two pedals essentially that brought us together.
yeah, if that's a question in earnest, we'll answer it.
I guess.
Um, I'm assuming it's earnest. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt here. Triple J. But yeah, I saw a Strymon video and I just was commenting, and then I was like, "Hey man, do you want to be in my Silver Sky video where a demon possesses a guitar?" And Tom said yes. And I've asked a lot of people to be in weird videos, and all of them have said no, except for
Oh.
Tom and Bobby, my buddy who lives in Nashville. So
I'm gonna need a list of the no's after this. I'm just curious.
some people don't have a sense of humor, or they take themselves very seriously, so they don't want to do goofy stuff. Where'd I get this leather jacket from? So this is a jacket from my sister-in-law. They went to an estate sale. They used to live in San Diego, and it's all retired Navy out there, obviously in San Diego. And so this is a former. This is not an original military issue A1, but this is the jacket he bought on like halfway through his naval career. So it's authentically beat up, and yeah, it looks cool, right? Makes me look a lot cooler than I am.
That was, I mean, you know, for all the people that were upset about your take on the JHS John Nathan Cordy thing, my takeaway was one, that jacket is ridiculously cool, and two, the garage, top tier, like you said. I mean, there's no
Oh,
questioning that. You know,
it's like I've never seen a garage like it outside of a TV set. You know,
no, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
the
It's
attention,
beautiful.
and that's so my father-in-law and my wife's like that too. They have a very beautiful way of making things look and feel. So I'm fortunate because I'm a sloppy guy, so I have to always, keep myself up.
Yeah, I wish I had that also. I know it's an amazing thing when people possess that ability, and it's immediately recognizable too.
Right.
I have something for you if we need a topic, but you said you have multiple things to address, so I don't
Oh
want
no,
to.
I just want to talk about Black Friday. So Black
All right,
Friday. Um,
go for it.
On I was trying to prop this up so I don't have to hold this thing. Quilter, 15%
Well,
off
that's
all their products.
ridiculous.
Which is, and I again, the Super Block US I think is like such an insane steal. That video's coming out soon. But and again, full disclosure, we know the guys at Quilter, but at the same time, it's like if I'm gonna buy something and give my money to a company, I want to know them and like them.
Yes.
That to
I
me is
know.
a good thing. Like I
You know
know
what's
my
cool?
butcher, I love my butcher. That's why I buy,
There you
meat from
go.
my
You
butcher.
know what? Same with your butcher and the fine people at Quilter as well as other companies. If you don't like something or you want to tell them, I mean, they're like open to talk about things. It's not just a one-way relationship. It's like, hey man, that Delmonico you gave me last week wasn't the best cut. Wasn't the best. Or pick it. I feel like you can do that. Like, with a good company who wants to hear from people who use their products and honestly, I mean, like, they don't want to be told like that everything's great all the time. They want to know what you really think, what you're really using it for.
Exactly.
What's the point otherwise?
So that's one insane deal that I saw. Obviously on Reverb, people are just giving stuff away. They're like, there's stuff that's like 80% off.
Really?
Um,
Ooh,
and then
excuse me.
on Sweetwater, obviously. Oh, Sweetwater, the DGT SE is like $600 or
Wait, what?
$630. Yeah.
Oh, fine.
I don't know how many they have,
Don't
but
tell me that.
and then and the Boss Katana artist head is $300. The Generation 2 Mark II. Like crazy. Like that's far below cost. So if you guys are looking to get something, Sean, what's up, man? Welcome. Hey, congrats on posting that video, by the way. Welcome. That's good. So there's some stuff right now. If you guys are looking to get insane deals. Oh, and then the Mark One versions of all the Walrus audio stuff. So their ASC, their amp model, the ASC2, that thing is like $180, I think. And that used to be $400. So if you're looking to get in on like last generation stuff,
Yeah.
2 years old, awesome gear right now. Again, full manufacturer's warranty, and Sweetwater's they have their own 2-year warranty too on top of the manufacturer. So like there's
But if
stuff right
they're
now.
if they're able to sell it for so cheap on Black Friday, aren't we getting ripped off every other day of the year?
Right. And here's what I have to assume. I can only assume that anyone who asks that just has never worked in a business ever. They've never worked in sales. They've never sold something on their own. I just have to assume it's just like they literally just don't know how economics work from the micro to the macro.
So
That's it.
I know we keep going back to the John Nathan Cordy JHS thing, but I thought about it. I was like, if I ever met John, and he seems like a fine guy, and he's a good guitar player, I would like he gigs. I would be like, how do you price your gigs? Like, because I think that sometimes if you're like private event, corporate event, like depending on what echelon you're gigging in, if people saw some of those numbers, they might be like, oh, you're ripping people off. Well, but and then it's like, no, because there's a whole like decades of preparation and experience and what all those things that go into in professional nature of delivering a performance and all that. So I would be curious just to know, because it's like I don't I, I can't believe that he doesn't. I can't believe that he really thought that a pedal should be priced at the price of the components that go into said pedal. It just
Yeah.
does. I can't believe that. Yeah, I don't know.
And perhaps he was just speaking like extemporaneously, just like I'm just
Sure.
going to say whatever's on my mind. And he probably didn't expect it to do
No.
anything. Although it probably gave him a huge boost in marketing unintentionally. Again, like everyone says, hey, that overall net good. I'm like, I don't know. Like, there's other ways to promote.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to gain like 2,000 subs from like a negative controversy. Like, that to me is not a good way to get ahead.
No.
Like for any business, like, so I used to run marketing and PR for companies, and like the people said, any press is good press. Like, bad press is bad. You don't want bad press. It's you have no idea how it's going to affect you in the long run. It could get you to your distributors. It could get to your marketing partners. It could get to your manufacturers. Like, you just don't want bad press. It's never worth it. Like, it was worth it in the 60s. You know what I mean? That's like an axiom that the boomers had. all press is good press. I'm like, that's not true anymore.
Yeah.
There's things called Yelp. There's things called Google reviews. There's things where like bad press can sink you. So like you don't actually want bad press.
You know, Sean, I watched Keith's summary of this, and I almost made it. I told Al, I actually filmed it, and I never posted it. A video that essentially was, kind of saying the same thing that Keith said too. But yeah, it's true. Negative seems to play. I even, and Keith, he actually said something that like resonated with me. It's like I've had so many ideas for videos that are positive, and I'm like, nobody's gonna click on that. But then I come up with something like, decidedly negative, and I'm like, that's a great idea. I'm gonna do that because it's gloom and doom, and I can see the thumbnail in my head, sad face, thumbs down, like all that stuff, and it's unfortunate, but that does seem to be the case. But I don't want to make videos like that,
Right. Yeah, and you have a cap, but it's like, but here's what's funny too. So no one ever says why is there negativity, and yet everyone clicks on negativity. So it's not just the channels; it's the audience. The audience wants it, and so it's like YouTube doesn't serve it on purpose. Like that's what one thing that Keith didn't touch on there. It's not that
Yeah.
YouTube tilts that way. It's
No,
that
it's the
everyone,
audience.
it's that all you guys, and I'm not saying you guys personally, but like the audience tilts that way. So
Yeah.
they will click the negative thing more than they'll click. Like if I say I made a really creative video, I'm talking 3% click through rate. 4 minutes average watch. But I like that video I did in there, I had a 12-13% click through rate just because I was like tangentially talking about something that was, contentious. And so the audience, and unfortunately, is that audience, it's tempting. Like, God, do I want to go there? Should I weigh in? And after I did that video, I'm like, okay, like I probably shouldn't do that very often. Maybe once a quarter, I'll have a little
Yeah.
mini rant.
It's human nature. That's what it is. I mean, Keith actually he told a story about a medical thing that he went through and used that as a long way around to getting to basically that people just by nature gravitate towards negative things sometimes, oftentimes. I have something. I have something. If you don't mind, I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
yeah, please, you weigh in. Yeah, yeah.
Not on this. We're pivoting. Can I pivot?
Yeah, pivot hard.
Okay, I'm gonna pivot hard. It's a hard pivot. So
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day, and I want to ask you the question. I'll give
Oh,
you.
see, and Zanichi. Sorry, I just want to
Oh
get him
yeah,
before he goes
yeah.
back to work.
Oh yeah. All right. Um, what is there a electric guitar type or any guitar type actually, it could be acoustic also, that you just and popular. I'm not talking like Steinberger, like like kind of off the wall type thing, but like a popular classic guitar design that you just do not connect with.
A popular guitar that
So
I
I'll give
don't.
you mine. Like
Yeah, yeah. Tell me yours.
I've just never really connected with Les Pauls.
Oh,
I
really?
have I have like my first real guitar was a really nice Epiphone Les Paul. I still have it, but it's the only Les Paul I have. It's the only one I've ever owned, that guitar, and I've just never been compelled to go and get one. But it's like I'm like, well, am I wrong? I mean, it's a Les Paul. I mean, come on. Like, so I'm just curious, like,
Right.
do you have a something like that where it's like, I should like this, I should have one, but I don't.
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So here's the problem: is that mine is so unoriginal because it's also a Les Paul.
Ah,
Like I love the 335, which is like pretty much the same thing, right? But
yeah, in
like
a
a
lot of ways.
Les Paul, like my PRS SC245, which is essentially a Les Paul without a pick guard. Um, or whatever Les Paul model. Again, I don't know that much about Gibsons just in general, but like I like have a hard time enjoying when I'm playing it, even though I know like this is like the best guitar I own by far. I'm just like, so this is the A chord, right? And it's just like the tone. I don't, and I think it's also I just haven't spent enough time with it. And okay, so like you want to learn how to play a Strat, cover some Hendrix songs. You know what I mean? It's like that'll show you like, oh, a Strat, and then do some Jeff Beck to round it out, and then some Clapton in there, and then you got like you can understand the Strat as the people who made it. I like don't listen to a lot of like Les Paul guys, so I bet you if I covered a bunch of Les Paul like songs, it would make me understand the Les Paul for what it is. Otto, welcome back. Anything with a maple fretboard, interesting.
Yeah. I just I realized that the other day. I'm like, I should enjoy a Les Paul. I'm getting there. I feel like my old age, like I can feel it. You know, play a D chord. All right. Well, I have a capo at the 5th fret, so there you go.
There we go.
Happy Thanksgiving to all, and best to Goldie. Mine too. You know, Goldie and
Yeah, Goldie, that son of a gun.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll wish him a happy Thanksgiving. He wouldn't wish it to me though, you know.
He would inside. He just won't allow himself to say it. It's
Next, next Tone Town, we'll start with Goldie, and then it'll go to you
there we go.
to me. You know,
I
what
love
I mean? I'll play Seinfeld.
I can't slap on the acoustic.
Yeah, first tell me your name, then we'll play your song.
Demanding. It's nice to see some repeat offenders in the comment section. It's cool to see,
Yeah.
you know, all of the people coming back, which is nice.
Goldie is from the streets. He's
yeah,
he's just such a jerk.
One knob fuzz pedal, man. What do you expect?
I'm a fuzz pedal. He's got an acoustic guitar, Captain Chromosome. I appreciate your requests, though.
Yeah. I mean,
if I had my Strata-Rooney. Yeah, there it is.
Doesn't quite hit the same on an acoustic, but
also another quick pivot. Chris Buck on tour is playing the Fender Bassman Tonemaster, and it sounds great. And I'm not saying it's going to replace a Bassman, but I honestly think that's going to be the #1 amp for 2025 and 2026. I think they're going to run out of it in Q1 when it launches. Oh no, you can buy it now, but I bet you they're going to run out of it. And so it's going to extend it to 2026 as well as a top amp, like top 3 amps on Reverb, easy.
Yeah, I see why. I mean, like it's durable, sounds great. There's a lot of things you don't have to worry about with it that you would with a tube amp. You know, I get it, and it's just. I mean, mainly it just sounds good. Take that little Tone Master badge off there, and just I'd be hard pressed, especially with somebody like Chris playing it, to say, you know, it's not the real deal.
Right? Isn't that kind of unfair? Like, listen to how good it sounds, but it's Chris Buck playing. So you're like, well, wait a second. That is something where it's like the truth of YouTube, right? And the truth of YouTube is this: that people don't watch channels because they're looking for truth. They're watching it because it's an entertainment platform, and they pick people that they're like, I like the way they play. Not, I'm trying to get like Abbott Laboratories level results on the sonic characteristics of things. You know, like they're not that's what showbiz.
Yeah.
And that's why people they'll watch YouTube instead of going to the movies. They'll watch YouTube instead of doing other entertainment activities. It's not a scientific platform. So, you know,
this is
true. I was like, well, sure, Chris Buck can make anything sound good. I'm like, yeah, that's why I love listening to him, because he makes anything sound good. Right. That's a good thing. That's not a flaw. That's a feature.
Yes, exactly. We're being told the garage Wi-Fi is doing you dirty, but I feel like we're okay. We're okay.
Oh, really?
I have us up on my computer, and we look good. I think it's fine.
Okay. I warmed up. I was because
just the commitment to this is incredible. What's the temperature there in Wisconsin where you are?
Out here, it's probably 20 degrees right now.
That's rough.
So it's cold. It's cold.
That's fair. That's Fahrenheit 20, by the way. Um,
Sorry.
Strat. I saw something about the Strat body shape. Wait. Oh, Tyson. Yeah. Scary to say out loud. Please don't kick me out. But the body shape of the Strat has never appealed to me. Okay. I see. That's what I'm looking for. I want to know. I want to know. You know what
Yeah.
it is? The Les Paul too. I don't like playing them sitting down.
Right.
They're uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable to play sitting down.
Because the bridge
It's just
is way back when
You
you're when
know?
it's in your lap. Because, yeah.
it's like you're over here. It's just
You got to play it like yeah.
Yeah. That being said, you know, I can feel it. I can feel it that like give me like 3 years and I'm going to be on here talking about how I need an R9 Les Paul for 10 grand. That'll be me in 3 years. Not there yet. There you go. SE Silver Sky. That's love how it sounds.
Oh, and that's also SE Silver Sky. I think that's also $600 on Sweetwater right now.
Ridiculous.
Man.
Ridiculous deal. Ridiculous.
So there's some just again like the deals. No one can complain that they can't get what they want right now. I guess the whole problem is the whole joke rather is everything is on sale is the stuff I don't want. That's all you know. It's like I see the best deals for all the gear I've never wanted. Like who was saying that? That was Andertons or no? Someone was saying that. It was very funny. Like, well, it was just a funny comment because it's so frivolous. Like, who cares?
Who cares?
Took me forever to like a Strat. Yeah, the curves are interesting. I think the curves on the Telecaster and then biased, but I think it's like perfect shape for everything, which is crazy. Like first one out of the gate nails it.
Yeah.
It's really impressive.
It is pretty incredible. If you think about how many other things outside of the guitar world that were that good right from the get-go that haven't needed to be updated really all that much, you know, that original configuration and design still holds up. Pretty incredible.
Yeah. And then and then his the looper pedal comes out or orders start soon.
Oh, Palmisano, Michael.
For Michael Palmisano's looper. What's it called again?
Teleport.
Teleport. Yeah.
Which still, again, not paid to say this, one of the coolest ideas I've come across in a while. Really cool. Do we need another overdrive? There we go. No. That's it.
I will say the next video I have is not about overdrives or anything. So I don't expect big click-through rates. I'll say that.
I'm the king of small click-through rates. I could tell you. You want some click-through rate stories? We'll talk about those.
Oh wait, Tyson, real quick. So the origin story of Goldie is the Golden Fleece video I did. I think it's like a year ago now, maybe. But it's in the profile. But it's when I wish him. I wish him to life. I see a shooting star, and I wished him to life. And so it's like a monkey's paw kind of thing. Like, yes, your wish came true, but not in the way that you wanted it to.
Yeah. I love it.
I need a tummy cut and a telly, or I cut my tummy. LOL.
I get the Ultra Telecaster. It's all carved up on the back.
Not deep enough. Not after Thanksgiving. And there should be a post-Thanksgiving tummy cut guitar.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
It's like...
Yeah. It's
the other... Oh, sorry. You go.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, I don't know if you guys saw, but so my wife's uncle has been in the industry for a long time. And he's a great guitarist, and he repairs guitars now, like vintage acoustics is his thing. And so he found that 1953 Tears Martin 518 or 518 rather. And when he found it, there were holes in it. The back was completely off. The bridge was off. The fretboard was falling apart. Like it looked like a bomb went off in it. And then he got it to that condition. And I'm telling you, I've never played an acoustic guitar that resonated like that. Like the strings keep going. Like you play a D chord and you just feel it in your fingers. It's so crazy. Now, I have a terrible acoustic guitar, so I'm like, are all acoustic guitars like this? Because I need a real one now. and it's but anyway, I'm going to a shop today this afternoon, and I'm gonna film it because
Nice.
he's got an 1898 Washburn, I think there. So like he's got all sorts of stuff where I'm like, I'm nervous to. I'm not gonna touch him. I'm gonna have him play it, and he's gonna tell me little stories about it. I'll take a video, put it on the channel because it's just unbelievable.
I can't. I'm looking forward to that. His playing was beautiful. You sent that to me yesterday. I was like, that thing it's incredible. So exciting. So I look forward to that. Tyson, I'm gonna say something Klon related because you can push that into the Morning Glory and it's a glorious sound.
Yeah, I also say Klon. Yeah, and there's so many good versions of the
Oh yeah,
Klon now.
tons,
So
tons.
I mean, what's the Sugar Drive's Klon, right?
Yeah, yeah. The little mini show. I love that thing. Little
Oh,
mini
and
show.
those are $75 right now. So on
There you go.
Sweetwater, use our affiliate links.
Yeah. Bounce back and forth. Use Alex's and then go use mine and then Alex's and mine. Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Klon is not a Screamer derivative. Klon was created by that guy, but for the band, the guy for
Johnny
the guitar.
Klon. I don't know. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
yeah, Timothy Klondike, and he
Yeah.
no,
Bill
but
Finnegan.
Bill Finnegan. There it is. Yeah, and he created for the guitarist from the band, and it was like the first transparent overdrive where it routed dry signal back into the signal.
Yeah.
That's
essentially the.
But the Sugar Drive is like the cheapest version to get that sound.
Right,
and it sounds great.
It's awesome. Yeah, but yeah, definitely Klon like into the Morning Glory. I have Morning Glory. It's awesome. Love it. So cool.
Gotta get one.
It's good, man. It's there's a reason it's the most popular JHS pedal.
Philip, I have affiliate links in all my Origin videos. I have affiliate links in the bio. I wonder if I can put them in a stream. That would make a lot more sense. But they're in every Origin video I've done. They're all in the description. And we're coming up on our hard 30. So I'm getting the signal. Producer's giving me the signal here. I got a red light over it.
Getting the rap? You're getting the rap?
Yeah. She's saying rap. She said read the ad and rap.
Yeah. So there you go. That's it.
Guys, happy Black Friday to you all. Hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving with those you love and those you care about. I know I did. And we'll be driving back next week's Tone Town's going to have Goldie. He's going to come in and answer some of your guys' questions.
I'll prepare.
So thank you for coming by as always. Or Tom, any send off that you have to do? Anything you want to push or plug?
Well, I did a video about my 5 creative failures that I was thankful for and what I learned from them. And the video itself became the 6th creative failure. And I had to apply all the lessons that I learned in that video to myself after posting that video. So if you want to go give it a boost, go watch it on my channel.
I will say that though, like Tom's video, I watched it as we were driving, or listened to it rather, and I was laughing the whole time because I experienced like 3 out of the 5. The like there's abject humiliation that you go through as a guitarist. You're like, God, when is it gonna end? It never ends.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's okay.
So go watch Tom's video.
It's a good exercise for me, personally. But yeah, we're looking forward to next week. Goldie makes an appearance. Love it.
Oh, sorry, we can't play Lamp is Low, but we do appreciate the request, Lyrical Fantasies.
Yes.
Tom's channel is Tom Butwin.
Yes. My name it appears nowhere in Tone Town. You got to go just find it. It's out there. It's YouTube makes that as difficult as possible.
We're gonna be switching the format up to horizontal soon to make it more appropriate. So get off of this short form nonsense.
Right.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. As always, I'm your co-host, Super Danger.
And I'm your other co-host, Tom.
And always, we'll see you guys out there on the internet.